Hello, my name is AB, and this is
Ryan, a Maniac.
And this is Godly Geeks Studios, and this is our movie reviews.
Movie reviews. We're continuing our rewatching of the entire Star Wars franchise leading up to Rise of Skywalker, coming out
in a few weeks.
Pretty much in a few weeks, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's right around the corner.
And now our next installment will be Solo, a Star Wars story, which, funny enough, this was the first time of us having seen this one.
And we're both
because it kind of just flew over my radar.
When it came out, I was in Birmingham and I was working all the time, so in college, so it's like not something that I could just take off time to go see. Plus, there was other movies I wanted to see out at the time.
I kind of wanted to see it, but then at the time there was that drama surrounding the actress for Rose and all that, so I was just like, I'm gonna not go see a Star Wars movie right now.
Yeah, that.
I just kind of had a sour taste for Star Wars at that time.
Also, I kind of got mixed reviews, and I was like, look, I don't have money to go spend, so I'll just watch it when it comes out. And then it came out.
It's like I heard such so and so. I was like, I'm gonna just wait for it.
Then it came out. I got the movie for Christmas, and I never watched it until now.
There's not really a general story summary I can give for this movie, to be perfectly honest. For the most part, the best way I know how to describe it is you just get to see sort of some of the adventures Han Solo had before we meet him in Episode 4. Just some of his background, some of his other smuggling days and his scam artist ways. Just, Han being Han long before we've met him in Mos Eisley. So that's generally what I can summarize this film as. And just the many people that were interested in like how he meets Chewie and how he gets a hold of the Falcon and all these other sort of things. So
that was, I think, the only part that I really fully enjoyed out of the whole movie was seeing the relationship between Chewie and Han and how that became a thing, and then how it literally was just they were thrown into that relationship, and it was just something that both of them had to go, okay, are we going to trust each other, or are we going to turn our back on each other, or what's going to happen here?
Which ultimately I feel like would be the proper way they would have met.
Yeah, and so that was really cool to see, and then just throughout the rest of the movie from that point on after they met was really cool.
But the main problem with the movie, in that it's not really a way to give a story, is that kind of just jumps all over the place.
Yeah, it just felt like it was mini episodes put into a movie. It was just like
it feels like
one time we were here, and then it didn't really finish it, and then it just moved to another scene, and then it didn't really finish that scene. It just went to a different. And I was just like, so how many plots do we have in this movie? Wait, what's the real plot of this movie?
The pacing and the timing of the movie is just so all over the place. First, it's like, here we have Han on his home planet escaping. Okay, now we're jumping to
3 years later.
3 years later, he's part of the Imperial Command. Okay, now he's meeting Chewie. Okay, now he's part of this other heist with these other thieves.
And now he's almost dying, and now he's on another.
It's like, whoa, slow down. You're doing too many things.
Yeah, it was like, see, I guess for me, like, one thing is like he went into the Imperial, Army because he wanted to be a pilot. Well, then later on in the movie it says that he got kicked out of that because he couldn't listen and he didn't take orders. I would have liked to see that progression, but we skipped all of those years. It didn't have to be a whole 3 years, seeing up. But I wish we could have seen like something along that line, because it would have been nice to see the character developed of Han Solo. I didn't really care, and Chewie. Han and Chewie were the only two people in that movie that I really cared about. Okay,
Lando was cool.
He was cool, but at
he
the
wasn't
end of the day,
really there that much.
I'm like, at the end of the day, you're not going to be any other Star Wars movies that I'm going to be watching, so I don't care for you. I wanted to see the character develop between Han and see how he went off of his home planet, how he became this person, and he continued to still, even when he was in that army for 3 years, still had that good side of him. Because most people that went into the army, they lost it or they died. So I wanted to see how he kept that, but it was never really talked about.
But the main problem with the film is it didn't, despite it being a story about Han Solo, wasn't really focusing much on Han Solo. It was focusing on Han plus all these other characters and this whole other side plot that it's trying to introduce. And so it's just so all over the place that it's like, we should be focusing on Han Solo, the character the movie is named after. And we're just not, because there's so much other stuff they're trying to cram in, and at the same time also be like, hey, wink wink, nudge nudge, remember this from the other movies?
Yeah.
Just that nostalgia factor, and just all this other stuff that it feels so claustrophobic, I guess, in a way, or crowded.
It was just too much in one small space.
Like, I guess it's a fun film if you're just like turn off your brain and don't really think about it too much. But
I mean, it had great action.
Yeah, it had some great action.
I really enjoyed the parts when he was flying the Falcon and all that. That was cool because you saw Han Solo in his element. Because you were like, you see what he becomes. You know what he is later because of episode 4, 5, and 6. Obviously. So it was like seeing him in action at the very beginning when he first drives the Falcon for the first time. You're like, oh, it's so pretty. Like that wanted more of an awe moment to last farther. It's just, and of course you saw his like characteristics like build over time in the sense of like how he became so sly. Some of the characteristics that were just still there from episode 4, such as just trying to talk his way out of everything, which again never works.
The guy they picked to play Han, he was good.
He just wasn't.
But he wasn't quite ever up to that Harrison Ford level, which, to be fair, I don't think anyone was going to get to that level, but at the same time, you can definitely tell he's trying.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to fill those shoes that Harrison Ford left that nobody could really ever fill.
Yeah.
Even though Harrison Ford desperately wants someone to fill them, so he can stop being Han Solo anymore.
Yeah. But it was better, in my opinion, not as boring as episode 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, easily.
Golly, compared to episode 1 and 2, it wasn't.
At least
boring.
in the film, things are going on.
Yeah.
Only problem is there's just way too much going
But it's
on.
like at the same time, it's like, is this a movie that someone needs to watch to understand Star Wars? No.
Not really.
This is not some of those movies that you have to watch.
It feels very much as its own sort of side tangent, which I explained to you. This was supposed to be its own set of little spin-off films about Han Solo and Chewie and all that sort of thing. That was going to lead into its own little story. But due to this film not doing well at the box office, kind of has left that
up in the air
as to where the movies are going.
It's Disney and Lucasfilm, so who knows what's going to happen. I mean, they could write the Star Wars thing till we die.
They sure could.
And they probably will. I mean, they're doing it with other movies we will not speak of.
They're doing it with Marvel.
Well, that, and there's another movie that they're doing it with that I wish they had never done.
There was one thing I remember, though, that you wanted to talk about the ending of the film. That unfortunately got spoiled for me.
The Darth Maul scene?
The Darth Maul.
What the heck? Are we ever going to get answers? Like, it's just there. It's just there. And nothing else, nothing going, nothing that we would have seen it coming. Nothing, hey, this is going to happen. Nothing to lead up to, hey, we're going to answer these questions that you all have now. Nothing.
It was very much
vague.
there.
It's just there, and then they just take it away from you.
It was very much there, so they could be like, here, we're going to make a sequel.
It's like that commercial where the guy has the dollar on the stupid fishbowl. He's like, I got the dollar.
You gotta be quicker than that.
And it's like, oh my gosh, Dad's the ball. And he's gone. Where did he go? He was there, and now he's gone. Don't know what's going to happen.
My main implication from this is, or my understanding, is this telling me that after, him hunting Obi-Wan so many years, from what I understand about the Clone Wars series, he's hunting Obi-Wan for so many years, and then decide, you know what, I'm just going to make my own crime organization, or
I don't even know.
Whatever it is. It's never explained exactly what this
scene is.
Crimson Dawn is.
Yeah.
Is it like a smuggling ring? It's
what
never
happens
really...
to her? We never hear of her ever again. Like, are we ever going to know what she really does now? It's like, is this going to come back in another Star Wars movie? Like, years later, we're going to go, oh, so this is why we needed to watch Solo. For this part. I just don't understand.
It's just all over the place and very weird and throwing... It's doing sort of the same thing Fantastic Beasts does, where it's trying to be its own story, while also being a prequel to another story. Which is a problem.
It's a problem within itself.
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay, so yeah, all in all, the film was okay, but it had a lot of potential of what it could be.
That's
just getting a lot more in-depth look at Han Solo rather than being, here, let's throw Han Solo into this other random story. Because for the most part, the way it's followed Han, it's pretty much just the Han we already knew.
Yep.
Just a lot younger. So, what was the point in it being a story about his background?
Why didn't we see his childhood? We have to get off this. We have to end it, because if we don't, I'm just going to keep questioning everything.
So,
please leave a comment below telling us if you agree with us. If you don't agree with us, let us know why you don't agree with us.
And if you like the video, you can feel free to leave a like and subscribe to see more of AB ranting about Star Wars.
I don't rant all the time, just in the last
I get the feeling now that you've seen this movie, you're going to make your first video for your channel. It's going to just be you screaming about Star Wars for an hour.
Don't worry about it. We're going to go worry about it.
But yeah, so...
Anyway...
We've got other ideas for videos coming as well that are not just movie reviews.
Yes, I know you're probably going, oh my gosh, another movie review? What in the world? Are they going to do something more than movie reviews?
And
yes!
To you I say, we have been dealing with life. Be patient.
But we also told everyone on this channel, and we had also planned to watch all these Star Wars movies and do a review before Rise of Skywalker came out, and then we realized it was 2 weeks away, and we were... we need to watch movies. Oh, it was kind of I remember when he texted me and I was like, oh my gosh, we have way too many movies to watch. So,
but it's fine.
Until we get these done, we hopefully we'll have something, put in there that's not just Star Wars.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Movie related anyway.
Yeah.
So,
anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video.
For real.
And hope you have a fantastical day.
Yes, a freaking fantastical day.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, or a fantastical night. I don't know what time you're watching this movie. Maybe it's 2 o'clock in the morning. If it's 2 o'clock in the morning, go to bed.